Coming up on Mountain News at 6, a closer look at why many electric bills have gone way up this winter and if any relief is on the way. And we'll take you live to Ashland, where the first mini SOAR Summit is underway. And one of the big topics is revitalizing downtowns.
We've got a little break in the soggy weather, at least for a little bit, but more is on the way as we head through the work week. I'll have the very latest coming up right now at 6.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Winter usually brings higher than average electric bills, but this year those bills may have seemed a little higher. And while base electric rates have remained unchanged by many electric co-ops, fuel adjustments to bills and our weather pattern are likely leading to the rise. Adam Burniston breaks down what fuel adjustments are and why they matter.
Every month, you can find fuel adjustment charges on your electric bill, which are regulated and reviewed by the Public Service Commission. While this charge doesn't relate to what you pay at the pump, it is an adjustment made by energy co-ops to factor in charges to the cost of fuels that help generate electricity.
For a long time, it has been a credit on our members' bills, but in the last several months, natural gas prices have been up to 4 times as much as what they have been in the past, and that's caused the cost to go up.
Along with those fuel adjustment costs, another thing that is a major driver to those electric bills is the weather. No surprise there, but many of us sometimes forget just how cold the month before was. And when looking back at January's data, Central Kentucky, on average, highs were only about 5 degrees warmer than freezing, 32 degrees, and overnight lows were averaging below 20 degrees.
A lot of times when you get your energy bill, sometimes you're almost a month and a half away from when you actually use it, and you may forget some things that went on, or you may have forgotten how cold it was.
But to help even out those bills throughout the year, many energy companies offer programs where you can pay a fixed or averaged price throughout the year, and any extra paid during low energy consuming times is then used as a credit during high energy use.
It's no big catch up or at the end of a year, so it's an average as you go along, and that really helps take the spikes out of what you have to pay.
In Jessamine County, meteorologist Adam Burniston, WKYT.
Many electric companies also provide programs for those that are behind or struggling to pay the electric during the winter months. Pineville Mayor Scott Maiden says 2 floodgates in Pineville were tampered with on Saturday, which led to water spilling onto a road. He said whoever tampered with them cut the locks that usually hold the gate shut. He's offering a $500 reward for information that leads to the arrest of the vandals that cut the locks. A Pike County man was arrested this morning after police say he was involved in a deadly hit and run. A citation says 51-year-old Christopher Allen Sawyer hit a pedestrian and left the scene without stopping to check on the man. Police say the man who was hit, Cecil Norman, died of his injuries. Police say they found Sawyer in a locked bathroom at a home off East Kaiser Heights where the car involved in the hit and run was parked. Sawyer was taken into custody. State police say 2 people are dead in Harlan County after an ATV crash. Troopers say they received a call around 9:45 last night. The crash happened on East Kentucky 221. Troopers say 34-year-old Matthew Creech and a passenger, 40-year-old Christy Creech, were traveling along 221 when the ATV flipped and both people were thrown from the vehicle. Both Matthew and Christy were taken to Harlan ARH, where they were later pronounced dead by the coroner.
Continuing to see cold air filter into the mountains as the last of our rain from this morning continues to move on out of the region. Outside, you see the camera. I-64 at Moorhead, the road is drying off, and continuing, though, to see that overcast as we head through this evening. More of that from our camera at Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County. We're done with the rain for the most part, but the cold air continues to filter in. Just for example, 52 in Logan, West Virginia. It's 50 in Pikeville. It's 49 Prestonsburg, 46 Jackson, 44 in Irvin, and 41 in Lexington. Temperatures continue to drop. Behind that front, you see the last of the showers working through far southeast Kentucky and southwest Virginia. So as we head through the night, showers continue to diminish. We drop into the 30s for many for overnight lows. I'll have the latest, though, on when our next round of rain starts to move back into the region and when a cold snap could come back as well, coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. This month marks National Nutrition Month, the time of the year when nutritionists and healthcare professionals highlight the importance of making healthier choices and the impact those choices can have on your body. WYMT's Alyssa Williams spoke with nutrition experts on why we should take National Nutrition Month seriously.
As the newness of 2022 wears off, many individuals will drop their New Year's resolutions of eating healthier, but several medical professionals might advise against that.
You know, you win at what you focus on, and if you're not really focusing on your nutrition, you know, you're going to have the results of bad nutrition.
March marks National Nutrition Month, and several healthcare professionals are using this time to showcase the importance of eating healthier and informing others on the risks that come with poor nutrition.
A lot of different diseases, heart disease, high cholesterol, blood pressure, and things like that that can be affected by the foods that you eat.
Allison Hurt from the Kentucky River District Health Department says portion control is one tool to have in your arsenal of good nutritional habits.
Don't deprive yourself of everything. You just have to kind of scale yourself back on the amount that you're eating.
Dr. Jones with the Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky says cutting out processed foods is not only a way to impact your overall health, but it can also impact your wallet.
But if you'll do that for 2 or 3 weeks with no processed foods, a lot of these things stimulate hunger, actually make you eat more, so even though it's cheaper, you know, you're actually in the hole as far as finances.
Helping everyone adopt healthier nutritional habits throughout this month and beyond. In Hazard, Alyssa Williams, WYMT, Mountain News.
And Dr. John Jones there at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky says nutrition is one of the 3 pillars of health, with exercise and sleep being the other 2. He adds that if you have a good understanding of these 3 things, health and wellness should be easy to maintain. In February, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a recall for certain baby formulas produced by Abbott Nutrition. These products include Similac, Alimentum, and Elecare-powered infant formulas. The products are associated with multiple infant illnesses and hospitalizations. The formulas are often covered by WIC, which is causing several issues for WIC recipients. But Allison Hurt with the Kentucky River District Health Department says they are offering assistance to WIC recipients who have purchased the recalled formulas.
We're trying to get the word out that if you have affected cans of formula, you can bring them back to us and we can replace what you've spent, you know, from your WIC benefits with a different food package.
Recalled products can be identified by the 7 to 9-digit code and expiration date on the bottom of the package. If you have used these products and are concerned about the health of your child, you can contact your child's primary care health provider for guidance. Shaping Our Appalachian Region, or SOAR, kicked off its first ever mini summit in Ashland this afternoon. WYMT's Zach Hawk is there live as a productive day turns into a more celebratory night. Zach?
That's right, Steve. I'm at the Ashland Train Depot where they're having a welcome ceremony. And I got to tell you, despite the name, this summit is anything but mini. Organizers are already thinking about calling these focused summits instead of mini, and for good reason. There are 650 people from 48 Kentucky counties and 6 states gathered here together.
The blueprint, our strategic plan that was community-led, there's 7 pillars on there. So when you combine the fact that we have a large territory to cover with the fact that there's really 7 themes that we need to be having conversations around, one's not enough.
The focus of this 2-day summit is growing the tourism economy and revitalizing downtown communities. Tourism is a $60 billion a year industry across Appalachia.
90% of that's concentrated in 3 areas that are outside Eastern Kentucky. But 2 of those look a lot like Eastern Kentucky. So why don't we get more of that? Because we can.
With abundant ATV trails, rivers for kayaking, and other outdoor adventure activities, the conversation Monday is about making the most of those assets.
We've got tons of those amenities, right? But no one place does. No one place does. But when you combine us together and you think about this, how we attack it as a region, we have a ton of things to offer.
Tourism directors and other officials from across the region are looking forward to day 2 and the breakout sessions where they get to share successful growth strategies with everyone. Now, Steve, before everyone gets back to business, tonight there will be a concert that's going to help raise money to restore the famous marquee at the Paramount Arts Center here in Ashland. Anyone can participate in the raffle through Facebook. Live in Ashland, Zach Hawk, WYMT, Mountain News. Back to you.
All right, looks like some big crowds there, Zach. Thank you. We'll have a full recap of the first day of the mini summit coming up tonight at 11. Today marks the beginning of National Vehicle Safety Recall Week. Kentucky Transportation Cabinet officials are partnering with the National Safety Council to help encourage Kentuckians to check their recall status. A report says nearly 22% of cars on the road in Kentucky have unrepaired safety recalls. Car owners can easily learn if their car has an open recall by visiting checktoprotect.org and entering their license plate number and state. Breathitt and Perry counties got some good news today from the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. Both counties will be receiving thousands in emergency funds to help with infrastructure projects. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins has more on that.
The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet giving nearly $300,000 to Breathitt and Perry County.
It's just a blessing, really, because we've got so many bridges that are washed out. But man, it was just a relief to find out that they're going to provide some money to help build the bridges.
Helping Breathitt County repair 2 damaged bridges, one that officials are calling an expensive undertaking.
It has to be designed, and that's a lot of money just to have architects draw the bridges up, and then, you know, it just, the way everything's going up, I mean, it just costs us a fortune to do something.
And aiding the city of Hazard in repairing a damaged road.
It's going to make it safe, and that's our goal. You know, nobody wants to live on an unsafe road, and it's going to fix it, and we're glad for that.
Hazard officials say this is one of many projects the city must complete.
We've got some real good consultants. We got some people that's lobbying for us and on our side, and we keep trying, and we'll come up with money.
Wanting to get started soon on repairs in their county, worried for inclement weather.
We did put a bypass, what we call bypass bridges. It's a temporary crossing, and I just hope and pray the flooding will stay away till we can get the bridges up and get them put in.
Thankful for the help brought on by the state. Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Noble says they hope to start the bidding process this week for the bridge project.
One rain system is gone, but another is following on its heels soon. I'll have the latest on that one on the way next. And several out-of-state college students are working with the Christian Appalachian Project to help build a house for a family in need.
WYMT News app offers alerts on breaking stories as they happen.